Hey, what's up? In this video, I'll show you exactly what to do right after your phone interview or a first round of interview to ensure that you get to the next round. And as you may have guessed from this title of this video, it's sending a thank you email after a phone interview. According to a recent HR survey, more than 75% of job seekers don't send a thank you email after an interview. And in this video, I'll show you exactly why it's hurting your applications, but also how to write one in a way that stands your application apart. So make sure you stick around, because at the end of this video, I'll also share the exact template that I used more than a year ago to land more offers. Let's start. Hey, it's Mehdi Kafi from Primal Career. I'm currently an HR consultant helping you differentiate your applications to land more jobs that you deserve. So if it's not done already, subscribe to this channel. You might learn the one thing or two that is holding you back from signing the offer that you really want. So let's dive into this video. The question you may have is, why should you send a thank you email after an interview? Does it really impact the outcome of the interview? And does it really help you sign the offer at the end of the day? And I'll answer you with three main reasons. And the first one is, a thank you note gives you an opportunity to reiterate points you made during your interview. An interview can be fast and a lot can be said within a short time frame. And most likely recruiters will have 5 or 6 interviews per day. So they have a lot of chance of forgetting what you just mentioned about your skills, about why you're a good fit for the role. So a thank you email can be a good opportunity to reiterate the points that you think are important for your application. Also, if you forgot anything during the interview, and much likely you will forget things because of stress, because of many reasons, a thank you email can give you another chance to mention those things. The second reason why you should send a thank you email is, so few applicants send thank you notes that if you do send one, you'll automatically stand out. If you've been following this channel, you know how I'm obsessed about standing out from others. And like I said in the beginning of this video, 75% of people don't send a thank you email after an interview. So if you do send one, 2 things will happen. Number 1, you will create a surprise effect because recruiters don't even expect anything from you after the interview. So if you send one, they will be pleased and surprised about your email. And number 2, you will stand out because, let's say if they have 10 interviews, if you're the only one or just 2 people send a thank you email, they will most likely remember you more easily afterward. And the last reason why you should send a thank you email is, by sending a thank you note, you show your interviewer respect. So I'm not a recruiter, okay? But according to many I know, your days are always full. You have to answer dozens of messages on LinkedIn. You have like 15 phone calls a day. You have to organize recruiting events. So your days can be exhausting. So the 15 to 30 minutes that they gave you to know more about your application and what you can offer the company is precious. So acknowledge this time by saying thank you. In the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie says one of the rules to make someone like you is making him feel important, and do it sincerely. And acknowledgement is one of the most important way of making the other person feel important. And if they feel important, you will be more likable, and that means that you'll have higher chances of getting to the next round. Makes sense, right? So, if thank you emails are so awesome like you say, why are 75% of people not sending one then? Good question. According to the psychology research done by Amit Kumar, an assistant professor of marketing at the University of Texas, people chronically underestimate the power of expressing gratitude and overestimate how awkward it will be, which may keep them from engaging in the simple but impactful practice. And this is the exact reason I get from people who don't send a thank you email after an interview. They just say that it doesn't have any impact and it's just awkward. So my advice to you is stop overcomplicating this thing. And thanks to this video, I'll show you how to write it in a compelling way. So let's go on the computer and I'll show you how I write my thank you email. Let's start with the subject line. Don't overthink it. I always write thank you and then the first name of the interviewer. As simple as that. So moving on to the intro. I usually thank the other person in the first line of the email, saying something like, I just wanted to thank you for the time you took to interview me today, yesterday, or whatever the date. Then I like mentioning something surprising or nice about the company or interviewer, preferably something that I just learned during the interview. For example, it was great to know more about your unique background and about Company A's work culture. Your Friday parties seem like a lot of fun. Next, the body of the email, aka the most important part. The goal of this paragraph is to reiterate what was mentioned during the interview and remind the recruiter why your skills match the role. Here's an example. Company A is growing fast, and I'm excited to be part of this growth and challenge myself, bringing in not only my enthusiasm, but also my time management and organizational skills, as well as the ability to encourage others to work cooperatively and step out of their comfort zone. So you see how I mentioned that the company is growing fast, a piece of information I learned during the interview as well. Then I mentioned the skills I think would match the role. Finally, I thank them again and hint that I'm waiting for an answer soon. Thanks again. Insert the interviewer's name, and I hope to hear from you soon. Sign your name, and something a lot of people forget, add a link to your LinkedIn profile and your website if you have a portfolio or something relevant to show. This will make you stand out and will give an opportunity to the recruiter to stay in touch with you. By the way, have you noticed anything? We mentioned the recruiter's name 3 times during this email, and that's how you use psychology to your advantage. Again, Dale Carnegie says in his book, a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. You will instantly become more likable. So if you want to copy-paste this template, you can find a Google Docs link just below this video. Also, I have to mention that this email should be sent within 24 hours of your phone interview, and make sure that you don't have any grammatical mistakes. This email should be something that will help you get to the next round and not disqualify you if they found out that you don't know how to write, right? Now, what if you sent a thank you email, but you didn't receive any news and several days or weeks have passed? You have to follow up with the recruiter. So stay tuned for the next video where I will show you exactly how to follow up with a recruiter to make sure they answer and that you'll have some good news, hopefully. So if you don't see this video coming up next or in the YouTube cards, make sure you subscribe to get notified when this comes up. I hope this video was helpful. If it was the case, hit the like button and share it with a friend. Let me know in the comments section below, do you send thank you notes? And if not, why not? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss any future videos that will help you land more offers that you deserve. So I'll talk to you in the next video. Ciao!